I caught Rod several nights with a woman that he was messing around with till 4 in the morning. Ray was her name. She's a Canadian woman. Messing around with her while I was working. Shocker? No, it's not a shock. It's the fact that people believe his lies. He has to make up lies about me in order to cover up what he was doing. And people believe him. Then he was with Carlene and immigration, planning and scheming ways to get me to never get back to the island. Hauling me into her office as many times for whatever reasons they could. Making up as many lies as they could about me. Because when I was off the island, I couldn't defend myself. But that's how they work. They make it so the innocent person can't defend themselves. And the four of them, Ron, Carlene, Chino, Johnny, sit. And the ringleader, Carlene, the judge of Utila. Carlene, Ron, and Chino sat on Carlene's deck. The three of them sat together, planning ways to set me up. Coming up with lies that the three of them can for sure attest to tell people. But when you listen to these stories, there's nobody else. It's just Carlene, Ron, and Chino. Oh, and then you get the separate stories with Carlene and Johnny and Ron and Johnny, Chino and Johnny. You notice how Johnny is in the middle of everything? Him and Carlene. You see, as Johnny was stealing my money, stealing my bank card, him and his girlfriend taking my bank card while I am babysitting her children, stealing money out of my ATM. Well, he was doing all this, knowing he was going to get busted eventually. He started telling the lies about the gun, lies about the knife, because he knew he was going to get busted. And to take the attention as to what he did to me off of me, he started in on all the dirty, filthy, nasty lies that he could. The brutality of his lies. The brutality of what this man can think of to make up and to say about a person is sickening. So when he tells people that I'm crazy, you really, really need to put some common denominators on Johnny. It's brutal. But he made up those lies about the gun and the knife, and he told Ron, and he told Carlene. And Carlene and Ron fully well know that they were lies. But they stayed with the story. They stayed with the story in order to use it against me, to tell people that I was crazy and that this is what I planned. They know it's all a lie. Johnny said it in front of a group of people that it was a lie. You seen in his write-up that he said it was a joke. Oh, and that he had to because I was bribing him that I'd tell his girlfriend whom she was sleeping with. Well, it was good of him to text it out so his girlfriend knew what he was doing, knew what kind of a man he was, because he's a cheater. He's a player. That's what he does. And then he steals. He stole a whack of money from the one company that just fired him. He tried to steal or rip off a guy in the States who sent his ass back to Canada. He's stolen off of every job that he's done. And everybody knows it. And everybody allows him to keep doing it. Just like they allow Carlene to continue her corruption. Just like they allow Ron and his lies. And just like they allowed Chino to take a private photo of me and lay it out and send it to every man on Utila, openly admitting that he did it. Johnny openly admitting that he sent those photos out. And still, the small-minded people who believe him, women thinking that I took that photo and sent it to all these men, when in reality, it was Chino and Johnny who did that. The sickness of these people, the ignorance, the uneducated, and the community allows them to do this. I was on Utila this last time. I didn't go out. I didn't party. I was living my life. I had friends. I was cooking. I was baking. And I stayed to myself. And these people continued their lies about me. They continued their lies. The judge of Utila continued telling lies about me. I didn't do one thing wrong. The only thing I did was go to the judge of Utila to put a denuncia on a man who stole money from me. And what she did was verbally attack me in her office with the most vulgar and foul language ever to come out of a judge in her office. And then minutes later, when I'd said that you attacked me, Carlene. Oh, no, I didn't, she said. No, I didn't. In front of Miss Betty, in front of an officer. Now, if you would have asked Miss Betty, who started the fight, Carlene or Melanie? Miss Betty would have said Melanie. And in Carlene, the judge's world, she would have asked that officer, who started the fight, me or Melanie? Her expectation from the police, from the municipality police, would have been that officer would have said that Melanie started this. But she never. She told the judge that it was you, Judge, who started this fight. That it was you who started hollering and screaming. And I sat there and listened to this. That it was the judge of Utila that verbally assaulted me in her office. And then saying to me, "Are you finished?" With the denuncia. Then she looked at the officer and she looked at Miss Betty and said, "Good, get her the F out of my effing office." This is the judge of Utila speaking like that in her office. This woman is not a judge. This woman should be removed from her position. This woman should be investigated for everything and everyone that has gone through her office. There should be a place, a safe place, where the members of the community can go and give their story about what this woman has done to them. Because I'll tell you, so many people have told me what Carlene, the judge, has done to them. Taking land from their family, false documentation, trying to take children away, bribing you, making you pay her money so she won't put you in jail. This woman is the worst. This God-fearing woman is a devil. And she breeds the spawn of her. Chino. Evil. Evil people. And so many are afraid of her that they allow this to continue. They allow her to bully. They allow her to take what's theirs. Because if you don't, she puts you in jail. Or she threatens to put a family member of yours in jail.